Until Obamacare, we still have high rates, but less than half the people in this country were dependent on some form of federal benefit. We're at an all-time high in this country right now, this year, of people who rely in some way or another on a government benefit. Now, in large part because of the recession, we've seen a big spike in that. But with Obamacare, and if that goes into law, if that is implemented, every single American will be dependent upon the federal government for something that is an essential element in your life and your health. Folks, this will change America. This will be a game changer. Margaret Thatcher said when she was after she left the prime ministership of England, she said she was never able to accomplish what Reagan accomplished. And let's not forget what Reagan accomplished. Reagan came in, and again, remember, back in 1980, all of the old establishment, all of the good old boys said anybody but Reagan. He's a joke. He's so conservative. He's so out of the mainstream. He'll never be able to win the election. America has just gone through the 1970s. Some throwback old man from a different era could never possibly win an election in this country. We're a different country now. That's what they said. We need to be more moderate. We need to appeal to the folks that reporters hang out with at the club in New York. That's what they believed. And Reagan, at a time when liberal wasn't a dirty word. Even liberals now don't like being called liberals. And he stood up and he reminded Americans who we are. Reminded us where we came from. Reminded us how great we have been and how great we can be by believing in ourselves. This is what transformed America back into believing in ourselves again. And Thatcher said she was never able to accomplish what Reagan accomplished. She said the reason? The British national health care system. Once people have become so dependent, they simply can't break the chains. They can't break the chains because they know that government is there, will take care of them. They give that security. And they don't realize what they're giving up. Imagine, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, how many people owned a cell phone in this country? Now, if we'd had the government say, we're going to take over the telecommunications business and make sure that everybody had the technology available at that time, and we were going to make sure that everyone was treated fairly. 25 years later, right now, you wouldn't have any cell phones, but you wouldn't know. You'd be very happy. You'd be very happy because you wouldn't know any better. A device you cannot live without today. Right? How many people can live without their cell phone? Raise your hand. Okay. All right, 3%. That's not very good. It's not very many, folks.
20 years ago, nobody had. Very few people had. So the reason socialized medicine is popular is because people don't realize what they're not getting by having a dynamic, innovative process that allows in a sector of the economy to grow. Sure, it'll be popular. The reason it's popular in socialized medicine countries is because America doesn't have socialized medicine, and medicine continues to progress. And they piggyback on our accomplishments. That's what happens. What is at stake? Is more than just your health. What's at stake is that flame that was lit in July of 1776. That flame that illuminated the world, that created that beacon of hope. Most of the people in this room, you or your ancestors came to this country because America shined bright. America shined bright not, did America shine bright to your ancestors because we provided all of these welfare benefits and entitlements? No. So they were leaving countries that provided all those things. because they wanted to be free. They wanted the opportunity to pursue their dreams, not somebody's idea of what your dreams should be. That's what made America special. That's what made us not just the beacon for people to come, but the light that shined on others so they could transform their own countries for the image of America. We are a great nation, yet the president doesn't miss an opportunity to apologize for America at every turn. So we have an opportunity here in the state of Washington to nominate someone who can not just win the election. Yeah, I think we can win the election. I know the fall will say, oh, well, Romney has the most money. Remember, money is going to matter in the fall. He can have all the money. He's not going to have as much money as the month. So we're going to need someone who's going to have to run a campaign to ask you about ideas instead of just trying to beat up your opponent. You're the person who wins this election. Why do I say that? Well, first, I've actually run as a conservative and got elected in a state that we have to win in order to win the presidency. Senator Romney's never run as a conservative in the general election. I have, and I've won. And I've been able to do it by appealing to the very people that Ronald Reagan appealed to when he won. We're able to get conservatives, people who believe in the founding principles of our country, excited about having a candidate that shares their values, one that hasn't been on the national stage in a while, who's not afraid to stand up and say, yes, I believe in good and evil. I believe that life begins with conception and there's an inherent right to life. I'm going to check the box. I fight for the causes I believe. I've led on the causes I believe. I believe the family marriage between a man and a woman. Not just because of what men and women bring to the equation and raising children, but it's important to have stable families, to have a strong economy. Look at the neighborhoods in America where families are broken down. Look at the places where there are no dads. 40% of the children in this country are born out of wedlock. There are areas where 70, 80, 90% of children are born out of wedlock. There is no marriage. There are no dads. Think of the communities that you grew up. Think of the Tri-Cities when you grew up. And think about how when there were troubles that your mom and dad went through, there was a neighbor, there was someone to help. There was a network in the community. Now imagine growing up in a neighborhood where there are no men. There's nobody to help. I remember growing up as a kid, my basketball coach had a huge impact on me. The little guy, fire his whole get up, used to chew tobacco. And he get mad at you, he get mad at me a lot. Even though I was taller than him, he could right up with my face and scream at me.
Some would say those days are behind us. It's not true. There are people doing this every day in America. We just need to encourage it. We need to foster it. We need to stop penalizing marriage. Obamacare. Do you realize that if you cohabitate, you pay thousands of dollars less in Obamacare taxes than if you were married? You see, time after time after time where the government penalizes the things that are the mediating institutions, those institutions in our community that buffer the individual from the all-powerful state. We need to make sure that those structures in our community, of which de Tocqueville wrote about, are strong. We need someone who's going to go out and talk and encourage those institutions to take hold and take root again. Folks, This is a clear contrast election. I can go into Pennsylvania, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, across the great swing states of the Rust Belt, and deliver a message about that I just delivered on faith and family to voters. You may agree with us on that, but may not be crazy about tax cuts for the rich, as they would put it.
About tax cuts for the rich, as they would put it. You know what? My economic policy is focused on something that they will like, rebuilding the manufacturing sector of our economy. One of the reasons we've been as well as Michigan is is because we appeal to blue-collar rate of Democrats. So we get folks excited about the opportunity, having someone who can create an atmosphere where our manufacturers and processors can be competitive again. To get those jobs back from China, get those jobs back from Mexico, and have good paying jobs here in America. We can talk credibility about the importance of energy. We need to have, actually, how about an energy plan that produces more energy in this country? I don't come at it as a Wall Street executive or a Texas oil. I come at it from a Italian-American kid who grew up as a first-generation American in a steel town whose grandfather was a coal miner. So I go out and talk about mining. I can talk about drilling for oil and gas. I can talk about my experience the other day when I was in North Dakota. This was some shale from North Dakota. This is oil. And it's hard to imagine that this is oil. That this rock leaches oil. And it's light sweet crude. This thing right here is light sweet crude, which is the highest value oil product in the market for crude oil. And made in America. It was an experimental wellhead in Tioga, North Dakota. Okay, still unanimous. Nobody's ever shouted out for an Tioga. Usually mention it was down someone because you have never brought one. But I was in Tioga, North Dakota. Just sucking up. I was in Santorum, North Dakota, and I stood in the wellhead. You know what they told me? This light sweet crude is the premium price of the market's highest value oil. They sold it at a $32 barrel discount in Santorum, North Dakota. Why? Because the president refuses to build a pipeline to get their oil to market. They're trying to build out a huge infrastructure in Santorum, North Dakota. But they can't. They have man camps, what they call them. The big trailers, all attached to each other with a common core. That's what people come in. They come in, an average job there pays $90,000 a year. Wow. And they're trying to, and they have to bring people into these men into these camps. There's one woman trailer, most of them are men. They separate the two. But they have these camps. Why can't they build houses to develop? Because investors are afraid. Because the Obama administration, number one, won't build the pipeline. Number two, is threatening to regulate and even put out of business the idea of hydraulic fracking. Again, the radical environmentalist has found this new niche. Since political science doesn't work anymore for global warming, they've now had to find another cause to raise money for the guilty, the people who have guilt complexes in New York, who drive it, who are always looking for some environmental cause to support. So they're going to now say, well, this is dangerous, this hydraulic fracking. This new technology